So this is our brand new handy dandy worm hotel made by a local artisan in Toronto that works with the Mutton Head Collective. So the way that it works is it's a 3-bin system. So the third bin underneath is holding all of the water content that kind of would otherwise make the worm castings really soggy, and the worms don't like that. So whenever that gets full, I just toss it out. The second layer, when this, the first layer gets too full of worms, they've eaten a lot of stuff, you can see they're kind of getting a little high here. So when they're all finished with this area, I'll put number 2 on top. It has holes on the bottom, and then I'll put food in the new bin. And they'll all come up through this bin into bin number 2, and then all I have left at the bottom is the castings, which then I can use for organic food on my soil, into compost tea, whatever I need. And here is what we got going on. So these are red wigglers, and they're the best kind of worms for composting. They'll eat about half their body weight, or body weight and a half in a day. It's pretty great.
So how much do we actually have to feed these guys?
So you feed these about a handful of food. We have a lot of pulp from our juicer, which is excellent. They like food that's already almost broken down. So we'll put a handful in there about once every 3 days or once every other day. And you make little pockets, 1, 2, 3, 4 in this case, so you can check and see how they're doing with food you've put in there maybe a week ago. And the way that worms work is that they actually eat the microorganisms that are breaking down the food as opposed to the food itself, so that's what they like to eat. So the food has to be broken down before they'll eat it. So if you find that they're not eating that apple right away, it's because it's not rotten enough. So you gotta wait.
Right, why juicer pulp is the best thing to feed them maybe.
That's right, yeah, because it's gonna break down really quickly.
Right.
Yeah. So,
wow.
Yeah, so you can kind of see here in this cabbage that they're going to like the stuff that's going moldy, and they're going to eat that stuff first, whereas this stuff they won't touch until it starts to break down.
Perfect compost, and there is absolutely no smell.
No smell at all, and if there is a smell, it's a problem.
And don't worry, Amanda, these little guys do not escape.
They won't escape unless you don't feed them right.
And then, then what happens? And they get hungry and go. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, don't feed them any nuclear waste either.
I don't think that'll be a problem here.
No.
Thank you, Natalie.